You're watching ABC7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news at 6, could Saturday's shooting in downtown Sarasota be connected to an investment gone wrong? Sarasota detectives aren't ruling it out as a possible motive.
ABC7's Erica Jackson has been following the shooting investigation through the weekend, and she joins us now to explain the possible connection. Erica.
Good evening, Jacqueline and Scott. Police say Saturday's shooting took place at a condo building on Main Street. Court records show the suspected shooter is involved in a lawsuit after making a six-figure investment with a local business owner. Shots were fired into the unit right next to the one owned by that businessman.
And I saw the police tape, and I saw a rifle, guy with one of the police officers with a rifle, and I'm like, what is going on?
An isolated shooting in downtown Sarasota causing commotion over the weekend. Police say a 7-hour search led to the surrender of 25-year-old Ryan Flanzer, who was accused of shooting into a vacant condo on Main Street. But the question remains, why that specific unit?
It's fairly common for a motive of revenge, and the revenge being I want retribution.
Court documents show Flanzer is suing a local-based marine trade business, SAR Ventures, and its owner, Seth Bloom. Court documents reveal Flanzer invested $300,000 into Bloom's business, but now claims SAR Ventures is non-existent. According to separate court documents, Bloom lists his address as 1350 Main Street, claiming to live in the unit next to the one involved in Saturday's condo shooting. Sarasota police detectives told us they are not ruling out the lawsuit as a possible motive. Local criminal defense attorney Derek Bird says loss of an investment of this size could be at the core of this incident.
It's a pretty glaring motive as to want to seek retribution when you think that someone's basically stolen $300,000 from you.
Flanzer is out of the Sarasota County Jail on bond. Bird believes he will remain at a mental health facility until at least Tuesday under the Baker Act. While Sarasota police say they're not ruling out the lawsuit as a motive, they tell us they're considering other possible reasons behind the shooting as the investigation continues. Jacqueline?
Okay, thank you, Erica. Tonight, Manatee County Sheriff's deputies are searching for a woman who escaped from a corrections facility in Bradenton. Silver Denise Bean was completing a 3-year sentence for cocaine possession at Bradenton Bridge facility. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says staff members at the facility noticed she had escaped during a routine head count yesterday. They think she might have gone as far as West Palm Beach, where she's originally from. Deputies are asking anyone with information on Bean's whereabouts to contact them.
State corrections officials are looking for ways to combat the opioid crisis despite a decrease in health care funding for prisons. Corrections officials saying services had to be cut to shift money to the health care program, where there's a $55 million shortfall. The programs are designed to help prisoners successfully return to society once they have served sentences.
This is the worst drug crisis this country has ever seen. It's not time to be backing off of any substance abuse treatment programming.
The 40% reduction in funding for substance abuse and mental health treatment for prisoners returning to their communities works out to about $9.1 million.
New details tonight on hurricane evacuation plans for parts of the Sun Coast. Sarasota County releasing its plan for evacuating the island of Venice in the event of a hurricane. The much anticipated plan would require busing residents out of Venice to other shelters in the county. There will be rally points, or places that people can go to get on the buses and then be taken to shelters.
They can drive a short distance to a rally point in the city and then be taken by bus to the evacuation center. They're more likely to go.
The plan will be put into effect before a hurricane comes, and just a reminder, hurricane season starts on June 1st.
And Bob Harrigan was telling us earlier that during a 2-day Venice Hurricane Expo, they had a great turnout.
Yeah.
So a lot of people getting informed, which is so important, isn't it, Bob?
It is. In fact, we have said in the past that if you go to those hurricane seminars, and there'll be more coming down the road too, and we have our own hurricane special that you'll be watching hopefully June 1st at 7 p.m. But if you go to those, you're so much better prepared to handle the hurricane prior, during and after it. So make sure that you are up to speed as far as what you need to do. Air quality index, you know, it's pretty high right now. It's at 95, the major pollutant ozone, and that number will probably be high again tomorrow. It could go into the unhealthy for sensitive people, above 100 tomorrow afternoon, so keep an eye on that if you have respiratory problems. Current conditions, we have 85 degrees, lots of sunshine out there, and the humidity low, 37%. That creates a high fire danger, especially tomorrow afternoon too. Monday evening planner looks good. Temperatures on the warmer side by 11, but it should still feel rather nice with that low humidity around. And as far as this frontal boundary goes, you can see that front, that's the one that brought us all the shower and cloudiness over the weekend and a little area of low pressure. This will become a player for our weekend weather coming up. We'll talk about that and what it means overall coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, we'll talk to you soon. The key to beating melanoma and other aggressive skin cancers is to catch it early, and that's why today one Suncoast dermatologist was offering cancer screenings for free.
Yeah, today is designated as Melanoma Monday. It's a nationwide effort to raise awareness of this deadly disease. 10,000 people die every year from melanoma, but if the cancer is caught early, as Jacqueline just said, it is very treatable. And that's why Dr. David Sachs, the owner of University Park Dermatology, gave out free exams to anyone who walked in today.
Here in Florida, I recommend getting checked once a year, but some of that really depends on their risk factors. So for example, if somebody has a history of a lot of different skin cancers or a family history of skin cancers, they may be coming in a lot more frequently.
Dr. Sachs says the easiest way to remember what to look for when checking yourself for melanoma is through the A, B, C, D, and E's of melanoma. To learn what each letter stands for, visit our website, mysuncoast.com, and look for this story in the local news section. Still to come on your Suncoast News, how the city of Sarasota is working to improve the quality of its tap water.
Every time I get in the car, I get very stressed.
And how road rage on the Suncoast may be affecting your health.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com, click on the Apps tab to download the ABC7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
All right, crew, let's get started. Sure.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
The city of Sarasota says our tap water could use some improvements, and they're working to fix the quality. They conducted a taste test with locals over the weekend. Of 5 different samples, Sarasota tap water received the lowest rating based on taste, odor, and appearance. Currently, the city has 2 water sources and 2 treatment processes. One does not remove the sulfur, which is why the taste of the water isn't great. They've partnered with the University of Central Florida to look at ways to fix this.
As we move through with UCF in terms of our drinking water solution, then what we'll do is we'll actually conduct additional taste tests throughout the year and as we move forward and so on, because we want to get our residents' input as to whether or not what we're doing actually meets their expectations. It's something that they would drink.
How to remove the sulfur in the most cost-efficient way is what the students at UCF are working to determine. We can expect their first study results in October.
Look forward to that. All right, Bob Harrigan's up next with your first alert weather forecast.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC7 to get breaking news, plus first alert weather and traffic focused on where you live. ABC7, we're here for you.
Not too bad of a weekend here on the Suncoast.
A little bit of rain.
Yeah, a little bit of rain, but...
Yeah, we had some showers around, not much thunderstorm activity, but when you know it, Monday comes along, sunshine, beautiful, it's dry out there again, and looks like we're going to see similar conditions this weekend coming up. Yeah, not the best of news. Air quality index was high today at 95, getting in close to that unhealthy for sensitive people. It's a moderate range, but 95, what's 5 5 points difference there. But major pollutant ozone, it's going to be high again tomorrow. So as I alluded to earlier, if you have respiratory problems, you might want to stay indoors during the peak of the day tomorrow, right around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 85 right now. It's sunny and the dew point temperature is low, so that makes the humidity at 37%. The pressure is pretty low right now, 2993. That will be rising. Winds are brisk out of the north-northwest, and that creates a high fire danger around town. 11 o'clock tonight will be at 72 degrees. Clear skies covering us through this evening. That frontal boundary now lies well down to the south of us. This front will come back as a player, looks like, by the weekend as it makes its way back northward as a warm front, bringing with it a good chance for some clouds, showers, and a few thunderstorms. The sea breeze getting active down to our south. Little residual moisture left behind from that frontal boundary, but we're not anticipating any significant rainfall. The wind out of the west-northwest, it'll stay brisk through the next several hours and then turn around to the east-northeast beginning later on tonight, but anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour for the most part. 16 at Minnesota Beach. Warm Mineral Springs, you're at 13 out of the west-northwest, and Northport at 11. That wind forecast I mentioned will turn back around toward the east beginning later on tonight, and it will pick up again tomorrow afternoon. So boaters beware, things going pretty good throughout most of the day, then those winds picking up to 15 knots, say after 4 or 5 o'clock. Water temperature warming up, getting close to 80 degrees, 79 now. That keeps temperatures right near the water with that west to northwest wind, right about where the water temperature is. 79 there in Cortez, 80 in Inglewood and Venice at 82 degrees, 89 though at Mayaca City. A Titan radar picture depicting some showers along the east coast there, pushing off toward the east on that west to northwest wind. We're not anticipating any rainfall here. As I mentioned, if we see anything at all, it'll be an isolated shower here and there popping up along the sea breeze front, but shouldn't be too significant. Well, the water vapor imagery gone away right there, but we are looking now at the Casey Key webcam showing fair conditions out there as far as that goes, and it looks like it'll stay that way as we move through time. Now, we are anticipating the seas to kick up to about 2 feet tomorrow, especially in the afternoon, as we again see some problems with mariners in the afternoon and evening, but not much throughout the early morning hours. It should stay pretty calm out there. Nice beach conditions, though. You'll notice those waves picking up on that little stronger west and northwest winds. Well, here's that water vapor imagery showing that dry air moving on in across much of the southeast, extending all the way down to the Keys. We have some fair weather cumulus clouds that are pushing on in at times, and as I mentioned, this is the futurecast showing all that rain staying basically to our south over the next 48 hours, so not much going on with that. Again, the few spotty showers that we are seeing, not doing a whole lot heading off to the east. Temperatures currently into the mid-80s here in Sarasota, 89 at Mayaca City, 89 at Arcadia, and 88 in Punta Gorda. Currently, we have mostly sunny and the dew point 56, the relative humidity 37%. That is nice. And the high today did manage to get to 84 for highest, right at the average. 70 was the morning low. We'll be in the mid-60s tomorrow. Northeast winds turn to the north, then to the northwest. We'll start off at 5 to 10, picking up, as I said, in the afternoon at 15 knots. Seas running right around 2 feet. So tomorrow we have again a high fire danger for us on Tuesday. Got to look at some of these counties showing up here on the scale. Very high for Manatee, Sarasota, and into DeSoto counties. Extreme into, it looks like, Charlotte County. And then for Mother's Day, unfortunately, we have a good chance for showers and storms. I'm sorry, moms, we're going to see a pretty good chance for showers and storms around. Mostly cloudy, 60% chance for storms. And I could see some thunderstorms in the mix there, so we're going to see that happening even on Saturday. That rain chance at 60%. So the weekend, again, rain, clouds moving in, a little bit better chance for a little bit more widespread rain as well. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Bob, for that update. Well, there's very little to complain about living here on the Suncoast, except for the traffic.
And there's a lot to complain about for some. Whether it's Sarasota or Manatee County, we've all felt the stress that sometimes comes with sitting in Suncoast traffic.
ABC7's Marla Spence found 3 everyday drivers who agreed to be tested to discover how they felt stress while behind the wheel.
Sweaty palms, heavy breathing, even headaches. These are just some of the symptoms that can be brought on by driving on the Suncoast. We wanted to know more about traffic stress, so we took 3 people just like you and put them to the test. With the help of Sarasota Memorial Hospital, we recruited a 53-year-old interior designer, a 68-year-old Uber driver, and a 28-year-old new Suncoast resident. Hospital staff hooked each person to a heart monitor, and each one received a diary to record their experiences.
Just put the activity and what symptoms that you're experiencing, okay?
So activity is driving and symptom is, that guy just cut me off.
Right.
Then our volunteers hopped in their cars and hit the road. We begin with Debbie, the interior designer. She's in her car nearly every day, driving to see clients on Longboat and Siesta Keys.
When I'm very busy, I'll put 40,000 miles on my truck. Wow. Yeah, it's a lot in 1 year. Probably every time I get in the car, I get very stressed. There's going to be somebody doing something that's going to either cut me off. This morning, somebody ran the red light.
Our next volunteer is Patricia. She's been driving for Uber since January. Patricia says aggressive drivers stress her out.
It's the driver who's in a hurry and just cutting in and out, and they feel like you're not going fast enough, and they're tailgating you bumper to bumper.
Then there's our Suncoast rookie, Ernest Howell. He moved to the area just a couple months ago.
I do get stressed out sometimes. I feel like the traffic can be very congested in some areas. A commute to the grocery store, to the gas station can be catastrophic, I feel like, in this area.
We monitored all 3 drivers during a full day of their driving activities, then took their heart monitors back to Sarasota Memorial for review. Dr. Chippy Nalori is a cardiologist and medical director of Sarasota Memorial Hospital's Ornish Lifestyle Medicine Program.
When they've indicated that they are driving, but specifically when there was a stressful situation with the drive, there was an increase in heart rate.
Ernest, our newest Suncoast driver and the youngest of our test subjects, seemed to be less fazed by our traffic. His average resting heart rate, 62 beats per minute.
You want to see a lower heart rate because what that tells you is that the systems that keep our body calm tends to predominate in this individual.
Our other 2 test subjects spend more time in their cars and have the resting heart rates to show for it. Debbie, the interior decorators, was 86 beats per minute. Patricia, the Uber driver, was a little higher at 89 beats per minute. Dr. Nalori says those numbers are alarming.
It should be around 50 to 70. And the reason being is that higher resting heart rates have been associated with higher risk of all-cause mortality and higher risk of cardiovascular death.
Dr. Nalori also says drivers who spend more than 2 hours a day in their cars, like Debbie and Patricia, are at a higher risk for obesity and high blood pressure.
You're setting up a situation where you are potentially putting the heart at risk.
Dr. Nalori says deep breathing exercises while driving can help bring down your heart rate, and increased physical activity can improve your heart health overall. I'm Marla Spence reporting for ABC7, your Suncoast News.
I think those deep breathing exercises will come in handy because sometimes it gets pretty hectic out there.
You know, I tried something just a couple weeks ago. I started doing this, and that is leaving 5 minutes earlier than I normally would.
Okay.
So that gives me that little extra time where if I run into a little more traffic, I don't have to stress about it because I'm not going to be late.
Maybe everybody should take that advice moving forward.
Yeah, it works for me. We'll be right back.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
My California classes experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score. It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach. Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Coming up tonight, stunning images coming in right now. The lava spreading, swallowing up homes. We're going to fly you right over it tonight. Also, the member of the Air National Guard stabbed and killed, the manhunt at this hour. And the boy whose heart stopped for 15 minutes, his parents set to donate his organs. He wakes up next.
Lakewood Ranch High School is making an effort to make the game of football smarter and safer. The school's football program investing in brand new helmets and pads it hopes will decrease the likelihood of concussions. Lakewood Ranch High School head football coach Chris Colton says their new smart helmet is state-of-the-art. Each helmet is equipped with 5 sensors, registering the player's every move. Coaches say these helmets will ultimately help make the game safer.
And what this does is it gives us an actual data point and data set where we can lock in and see, whether the kid's showing symptoms or not. It can monitor when a kid is having excess contact, when the kid's had contact, where the contact has come. I can pull this device up and tell him if he's leading with his head, if his head's too low.
Only a few players will be wearing the new helmets during the spring season, but in the fall, every player will have been fitted and ready to go with these new smart helmets and pads.
I'd love to see this in every school, really, when it comes to a contact sport like that.
Yep. They certainly are using the technology because this is the the thing that's dragging down football right now is all those concussions. Right. So if they can fix that, the game will go on. A lot of people want to play.
Look forward to that too, because you don't ever want to see that happening on the field. Look for lots of sunshine tomorrow. We'll have a high fire danger and air quality problem in the afternoon.
Okay. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you again at 11. Have a good night.